Okay, take two. Yeah, it's some kind of awareness week, apparently. I forget. It starts with W. I don't think it's women's, it was something else. I don't care though. I really hate these awareness weeks, days, Black History Month. Is there a White History Month? Oh my God, that's so racist. It's so ignorant. We need a Black History Month because I don't know. It's even I don't like Mother's Day, Father's Day. I just feel like they're a cash grab for companies, and they also feel like a guilt trip. Like you have to spoil your mom or your dad. I feel really uncomfortable with that. I don't know. I feel like there's a weird pressure. Can't I just be myself day to day and just the only thing I think is good is maybe birthdays. To me, that makes sense. Once a year, appreciate a specific person. It's specific to them. It doesn't have to be big. It's just you don't necessarily have to get them a gift. That's the other thing. What I actually do now, when it's my birthday or Christmas, I make a big list of things that I know I will like: video games, books, movies or Blu-rays, and the exact kinds of things I want. My brother's got me a fair bit of stuff that perfectly fit what I wanted. It was either like a new movie or a classic movie, but it had the subtitles I want so I can practice German or French or whatever, or a few video games that I was just really excited to get. And I didn't know how much he spent. I hope he didn't spend much, but it was good because I didn't know he was going to get those things or which ones, how many, because I make a big list and I'm very easygoing, even if I only get one thing or part of one of the things. It's all good. But so in terms of that, I just think Mother's Day and Father's Day, or with other things, I mean, even what about people that aren't mothers or fathers? I often feel quite depressed though. I've never had a relationship. It doesn't look like I'll have kids anytime soon. And yet people complain about having kids, oh, it's so exhausting, or, oh, my wife said this, that. Like, you don't appreciate the fact that you got to have that experience. You got to be married. Someone said yes to you. Like, you get to spend all your time with them. Like, I don't know. I just don't get it. And then, yeah, how do people that don't have kids feel on Mother's Day or Father's Day? I'm not saying that's the reason I'll completely get rid of it, but I just think it's a stupid gimmick. Like, all of a sudden, let's care about those people, and people tell you off if you don't get into it. Another one I really hate is, and some of the ideas might be okay behind these things, but the Are You Okay Day, that's so I just really don't feel comfortable with it at all. Like, why is it spelt that way? Are you okay with an R and a U? It's not spelt right by I hope they realize. It's like it's a little kid's writing and it's like very cute. And people go, wow, are you okay today? How patronizing. What if you are really feeling awful? You're not going to tell them. I wouldn't feel comfortable. I felt really awkward at school one time. Student all of a sudden asked me, are you okay? Or do you want a hug or something? I was like, I thought, oh, that's nice. Okay, yeah, I'm all right. Then I realized it was Are You Okay Day, and she was just doing it for that. Like, that was the only reason. And I just thought, how stupid. Like, what about last week? What about the month before that? What about tomorrow? Why would anyone open up to you if they know it's Are You Okay Day? And that's the only reason you're doing it. And yeah, why that cutesy little child thing? Are you okay? Do you want a hug? Like, that's gonna. Why not just be a nice person every day? Like, what I remember a couple times, like I had a really sore neck somewhere, and most people don't notice. They're oblivious. I'm not loud about stuff like that. I just get on with things. Some people are really loud and like, oh, my neck, oh, it's hurting. Oh, I don't think I can do. Everything's about them. I hate people like that. There's a lot of people like that. That's an issue. Fix that. Not, uh, you know, uh, breast cancer awareness week. Anything like that as well. If you got breast cancer awareness, it lasts for a week or something. Everyone wears pink ribbons. Like, what about all the other things you could be aware of? Is there a prostate cancer awareness week? I guess there's Movember. I think that's a stupid gimmick as well. Kids are asking me, are you going to do that? I just, and why is it okay to have these stupid puns for these things, Like May the 4th is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Shouldn't everyone speak with a lisp then? Hey, it's Star Wars Day. It's May 25th should be the day. It's the day it came out, the first film. Plus, now that there's a crappy new movie, like I don't know if I like Star Wars anymore, the franchise. I like when you say Star Wars, I think of the 1977 movie, or if you say the original trilogy of Star Wars movies, I think of the original trilogy, which are three different movies that are not necessarily on exactly the same level. Everyone has different opinions, so but yeah, why do you have to have a Star Wars day? Like an excuse to dress up as characters from the movie or whatever. You could do that whenever you want. Like, why do we need this? So yeah, I prefer things like Christmas, Halloween, birthdays. I think that's it. I don't see the point of any of these other things. And yeah, again, I think a lot of it is like seems unequal. If you have a day for that or a week for that, why not something else? And I just feel like there's always an agenda. There's always guilt tripping people selling things, and you can't even pay $1 for this. Oh my God, you're so selfish. Like, why can't I just freely pick when I want to give money? It's funny. I think the Muslim religion has like these 5 pillars, and one of them is like maybe you give 10% to those of your income or something to those less fortunate, something like that, which I think is a nice sentiment. So I'm sure it's common into some other religions and philosophies that people have. But I just think it's ironic because I don't think that was written at a time when taxes existed. We currently give way more than 10%. I mean, the government in theory is there to well, maybe not to distribute, but to spend money on things that benefit everyone. So I'm already giving way more than 10%. Why should I have to feel extra guilty? I like that freedom also to just choose when to give it to somewhere, and I'd like to do it anonymously. I don't want to brag about it. I did it a few years ago. I gave maybe $20 to UNICEF, and I swear they have spent at least $20 on sending mail to me with like stickers and other, like, the first couple of times I was like, this is alright. They're kind of keeping me informed there's something going on. I could pay this much to help a kid or to help this or that, but it's really manipulative. I realized over time, and I absolutely hate it. It's no better than any other, an ad on TV with this nice looking McDonald's hamburger and chips, and it's all made to look really appetizing or delicious. Anything that's advertising, if it uses sex to try and advertise something, in this case they're using these, $63 is all it takes for us to build one of these. Do you want to give 63 so we can build one of these? When really you're just giving them money and they're going to spend it on whatever they need to. I'm not saying they don't spend the money well, but and they give you these specific stories to pull your heartstrings because they know that works better, and it's manipulation. I don't like that at all. I don't think it's healthy either. So yeah, I want to go back. I know. Sorry, that was a bit of a fail. Just the fact that these things, I really do think they sort of desensitize us. Why do you have to wear a pink ribbon for us to be aware of breast cancer? Can't we just always be aware of it? Like, I just, there's something about it that makes me feel kind of sick. It's even like drinking tea and coffee in the morning to get energy. Like, if you need that, that's kind of messed up. Why do you need a ribbon or some symbol or to make a speech for everyone to be aware of something that's just there? And what about pancreatic cancer? Does it get a day or a week or whatever other countless cancers? What about just other conditions that aren't recognized? If you have a women's week, is there a men's week or a men's day? Oh, no, every other day is men's day, apparently. Men have it so good. It's such a joke. I don't want to get into that, but I just feel like females from my age group had it fine. At school, if anything, they were advantaged. The teachers always gave girls the benefit of the doubt that they were better behaved, that they were harder working when they weren't. Not compared to me, a few of them maybe, but like it was discrimination. I remember in my brother's school, the girls' toilets apparently had soap, but the boys didn't. I'm not sure how he knew that. Maybe he asked a girl. I can't remember. Anyway, the boys' toilets didn't have soap, and the teachers didn't seem to care. No one talks about that. I was little. I got bullied, picked on because I was little. Is there a little people that used to be little when they were 12 years old, 10 years old day? Is there a day for that? Does anyone care? People who were, went to a high school and no one else from their primary school went. People got teased for being smart or for being quiet or keeping to themselves day. I don't like any of these days or weeks. I just think get over yourself. Stop making it a this is what it is. Like you can't control what we should be aware of this week. This is my I'm playing Dead Space week, okay? You can all join in on my this is Dead Space week, all right? And Final Fantasy 4 week. And finishing my year 7 maths yearly papers. I just finished those day, okay? You know, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know anything about Black History Month really, but why is it separate? How is that separate? Black history. So basically history, but oh no, that person's white. Even though they contributed to the civil rights movement, no, they're white. Like Lyndon B. Johnson, didn't he do some stuff? No, he's white. No, just the black people. Even, does that include all the bad black things? Things that were committed, like crimes committed by black people? Like, do you include what's the sport guy's name? I can't even think. That choked his wife. Everyone knows he did it, but he got away with it. O.J. Simpson, is that part of Black History Month? I hated Australian history when I was at school. I consider myself a citizen of the world, of the earth. I don't, I'm Australian. I guess in a way I'm proud to be Australian. I think there are good qualities, but there's bad qualities on average as well. The best things I think are the sense of humor, and most people are pretty relaxed. We don't like bullcrap. We just like to get work done and like not take things too seriously. That's the impression I get. But then there's also seems to be some racism and some stupidity and just too much alcohol in Australia, too much obsession with that, and watching sport. I don't get watching sport. I like playing sport, but anyway, that's a separate thing. So yeah, I don't know. Just to summarize, this is just my opinion, but I don't like these gimmicky, stupid weeks, months, days, awareness things for a few reasons. One, I think it seriously desensitizes people. Like all of a sudden, when the week's over, we move on. And that's it. Why do we need that as an excuse to suddenly think about it? Shouldn't we be thinking about it all the time? It makes me think of the news. The way the news is also like a marketing thing. Like they're just trying to. The number of times I've seen Channel 7 or Channel 9 say, "We were the first there. We were the first to show you these images and this," and they show footage from like fires and stuff, like bragging about how good they are, how they're the best, how you should watch their channel. And I realized all of it is like just to get attention. It's all if scaring people is effective, then they're going to show those stories. Or if there's something cute or Victoria's Secret, new thing is happening, or the swimsuit edition of Sports Illustrated comes out, and that's a news item. How is that news? That's not news. It's just to get attention. I can't. And the number of puns. I heard a pun recently where they said something about how Trump's issues with women recently that have popped up, are actually now becoming Hillary Clinton's Trump card. Like how hilarious! They're journalists. This is a professional job. Can you imagine if I can't think of much more serious a job. Like what if lawyers just used puns in the middle of their things and everyone laughed? Like it doesn't make any sense. So anyway, my point is the news should be actually informing. It should be something that I'm actually keen to watch, that I'm learning from. To me, it's a huge red flag how much I hate the news, how bad it must be. It's the news. It should be good. It should be informative, but I don't like it at all. I feel like it's a complete waste of time. Ironically, I think it's the same stuff again and again. And it's got too much of, maybe that's a whole different topic, but it just reminds me of this gimmicky stuff with this awareness week where it's just, it's trying to make you think a certain way or feel a certain way is what it feels like. And I just think if we had good news where we're actually learning about things and being aware of real factors in life, statistics about how many people are dying from this cancer or that illness or every day, and how much progress are scientists making curing things. Instead we just get these supposed miracle cures. It becomes a big media sensation when it's it gets exaggerated or misrepresented, not explained properly. So yeah, I'm trying to just summarize. So there's the fact that I feel like it's what was it? So So yeah, the fact that it desensitizes, like I actually think it makes it. What do we do when the whole year is full of all these different things, and that it also makes you just focus on that thing. Like, what about always being aware of all things, or even just focusing on what's great in your life? I think people have enough issues in their own lives. We can always focus on improving ourselves or just feeling better, indulging and enjoying life for once, not having to feel like I have to do this and this and this just to be a decent person because other people say so, because they want to pressure me into it because they've got their agenda because something happened to someone near them. I don't get it. Why not give money to something without it being the special week or day, or just and without you, like, no one died of that in your family, but you just think, wow, that's really terrible. I'm just going to give money to that just because I care. Like, and I'm not going to brag about it. I'm going to do it anonymously. Anyway. So it's, yeah, again, just trying to summarize. It discriminates. Oh, sorry, not. I'm getting mixed up. I actually think it sort of discriminates. Why do we have certain weeks, certain days for certain things, but not for others? That's just, it seems arbitrary. I always feel like there's an agenda with these things, you know. There's guilt tripping. There's, yeah, like I said, desensitization. Like, why do we need it to be aware? It also distracts because it means we're all focusing on one thing and not on another. And yeah, the overly cute, you know, "Are you okay?" day, which is not sincere at all, because it's not it shouldn't need to be a day. Just be a decent person. Notice. I can't remember if I explained this. I had a sore neck and people noticed. Some people asked, "Hey, you all right?" I've had a few other times where I felt bad. Most people didn't notice, but a few people did, and they said something, and it made me feel nice. Or I just noticed, oh, this is a decent person. You know, they sincerely care, and they were like offering, "Oh, do you want to sit? Do you sit down here? Do you want to like a Panadol or something?" They were just offering, or they'd say, "Just go home. You don't need to stay. It's fine." You know, just they were just nice about it. And it's just, but the problem is, it's a small proportion of people. I also feel like a lot of these days are self-righteous. You know, people just trying to show off, "I'm so caring," and I mean, I guess that relates to the guilt tripping. And then also, yeah, again, that cuteness mixed with like puns and like people think they're so clever, or, you know, just wishing someone happy Star Wars Day on May the 4th. Like, what does that mean? What does it mean to have a happy Star Wars Day? Like, I like Star Wars, but I hate that. It's just, it doesn't mean anything. It's not sincere. I just think, anyway, so I hate this whole thing. I just thought I'd share that. I don't know if anyone else feels the same. All of it is gay. All of it is stupid and pointless. It doesn't achieve anything. You know, instead of doing that, just give money anonymously to someone or to some group, okay? Fine. Don't brag about it, or write an article about something you're passionate about to do with some kind of issue and raise awareness in that. Don't have a stupid week. Have a fundraiser if you want, but you shouldn't need like a special reason to give money. If it's something entertaining, like someone's willing to shave their whole head and they get sponsored, that's different. But yeah, even like these ice bucket challenges, I didn't like that. I'd prefer to just give money, but then it's like, why am I giving money to this cause? Why does it get so much attention? Whereas, you know, these other illnesses have to try to think of what's their stupid gimmick to get lots of attention. So it just becomes a competition, and I just don't think that's healthy. So anyway, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Bye.